1 in 123 people in the UK live with either Crohn's or colitis.
It was really a whole host of symptoms, from bloatedness to diarrhoea, constipation, water, blood in the stool, and just general tiredness, and of course the anxiety that comes along with it.
But then I started to become really ill, and that was difficult because although I wanted to carry on with my PhD, I'll be honest, there were times when I would be sat doing my research and I would feel so ill and so tired that I did wonder at times if I could carry on with this. I was determined that I wasn't going to give in. So yeah, I got my PhD and I was really proud of myself.
I had difficulty a few years ago with strictures in my small bowel that caused quite significant vomiting and difficulty keeping solid foods down, and also the joint pain. It's, even in the early days I wasn't aware that a bowel condition could cause problems with your knees, your elbows, anything that bends. When I'm in a flare, I often go to the toilet around 20 times a day, all loose stool, with blood loss, abdominal pain, quite significant urgency. I don't always make it to the toilet in time, which causes quite a significant impact on my confidence.
Things that would affect my stomach the most was probably the diarrhoea, because it was unpredictable, it was sometimes very ferocious, and created a lot of anxiety and a lot of pain.
I developed fistulas, and fistulas are an abnormal connection between the bowel and another area of the body, and that was causing me immense pain and an awful lot of infections and bleeding and urgency, needing to get to the toilet quickly.
So I also have oral Crohn's, which causes swelling in the gums, ulcers, external sores, swelling of the lips. That causes quite an impact for eating and drinking and staying hydrated.
One of the other symptoms that affected me was the fatigue, the tiredness, and it was not a case of being out of breath, it was just a general fatigue.
The main symptoms that I tend to get is chronic fatigue, feeling very, very tired, brain fog, difficulty with concentration. But I also get skin problems as well. So last year I had psoriasis on my scalp and lost a lot of my hair. And that was a difficult time. That was something that was hard to deal with.
I do get flare-ups from time to time. Sometimes it'll be once a year for a week. Sometimes it might be 4 or 5 weeks.
I still get flares occasionally, abdominal flares with pain and diarrhoea, which can be quite debilitating and can mean that you don't really want to leave your home for a few days.
The way Crohn's affects me fluctuates on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, depending how things are. To look after myself, I make myself as comfortable as possible. I rest, hide under a blanket, have snacks that I know won't cause a significant amount of pain, and I try to be kind to myself.
My other support system is my friends. I've surrounded myself by some really good friends that understand me and understand what's happening, and they are very, very supportive.
It's a chronic illness and it's a journey. You have to accept that part of it, and you must concentrate on your mental health overall, because that's the one thing that will help you get through the tough times.
Living with the symptoms of IBD can be very overwhelming and consuming, and it's very easy to lose sight of who you are in it all. When I'm feeling this way, I try to remind myself that I am Sophie, and I have Crohn's. It doesn't have me. My advice to other people is to remind yourself of who you are, and although IBD is a huge part of your life and will always be a huge part of your life, it doesn't own you and it doesn't define you.